Hello, everybody, and welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget, give us a little thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, and tell a friend. Welcome, everybody. Take this off. On the docket today, this is our second live this evening. Thank you if you're joining me again. Wait, we've got some people in there. Hey, Gwen, thanks for coming back. Appreciate you. Okay, so this is the season premiere, Thousand Pound Sisters, Season 8, Episode 1, Abysmal to the Wedding. Y'all are going to have to help me through this season. You really are, because I have limited patience for this. Limited patience. Okay, so the episode opens up with Tammy and Amy in separate confessionals, and they're basically cursing each other out. They are fighting. The girls are fighting. Let's see if I can pull up something here. I find it completely disrespectful. I'm not gonna lie. This is the same photo shoot for the past few seasons, except that they've changed the color of their hair. But it's the same photo shoot. Like, they are not wasting any more money on these two. Period. Hey Gwen. Hey Steven. Wait. Is Christoph in here? Hi, Christoph. So I'm just a little disappointed that there's no new artwork. That's all. Tammy says that Amy abandoned her in Pittsburgh, where she went to go and get her skin removal surgery. Amy says that she hasn't seen Tammy in 2 months. So they basically took a break of 2 months between the two seasons. And this is my theory. I think last season was supposed to be Amy's wedding to the guy that she just met, but she got arrested and they had to change it. This season was supposed to be Tammy's wedding, in my opinion. But because of the arrest, and their creative storytelling around Amy's arrest, they had to change things up. So now we're getting both relationships in this season, and I'm a little disappointed. Let's see, who else has popped in here? Auntie, how are you? I can't chat, but listen for a little bit. Happy New Year to you, and we appreciate any time that you spend with us here. Let's see. We already seen the wedding pictures. Who are they fooling with the Will Amy a 10 storyline? Thank you. It's just so disappointing. Between this and Sister Wives, it's just really disappointing. Okay. Hey Ryan, we're gonna get messy timelines. Yep, we are. Her haunted goth wedding with a white lace gown. WTF? Yeah. Well, she was always gonna look like a rolled sack of shit anyway. So there you go. What else is going on? Tammy doesn't understand why Amy thinks that everybody is bullying her. They try to give her advice, and Amy doesn't listen. Amy says she knows that her leaving Pittsburgh early, with Tammy, caused some strife or whatever, but this is not okay what they're doing to her. They can't treat her like this. Well, if you're acting like a fucking idiot, you get what you get. Tammy told Amy that she looks like okay, so Amy put up this profile picture, and she did look like a busted biscuit, but Tammy told Amy that she looks like a drag queen in the profile picture, and Amy took offense to it. Tammy is over Amy and her whining. Tammy says that she's Amy's biggest supporter. Production asks Amy about repairing the friendship, and she says she doesn't know. Amy thinks that she's better off not talking to Tammy. Is she stupid? Is she stupid? It's that the show is called Thousand Pound Sisters. We're gonna need you to have a some sort of relationship. We really are. We're gonna need that. Um, let's see. All right, so now we get into the real show. Amy is looking for a wedding planner. Okay. How much did TLC pay this woman? What was her name? Lily? No, Lily is the new best friend. Sorry. Okay, here was like my biggest thing. We see Amy and Brian going and interviewing this wedding planner. Let's hope that she can get these two in order. But did you notice that Brian moved into Amy's hovel? And I thought Amy was moving across town into his house with the bacteria infested swimming pool out back. What happened to that? And then I said to Ryan, because Ryan asked me about it too. I was like, oh, well, per court order, maybe she can't move out of town because the primary caregiver for her children, did we see them at all this episode? Is really the ex-husband and his mama. Just just wondering what's going on. Amy is now bigger than Chris. That's crazy. Yes, we'll get to that, Wendy. Amy is such a grouch. Yes. And I wonder if it's because she's coming off of all of the things that she got arrested for. But good on Brian for putting up with her. Um, we find out that Amy is still working on probation stuff. She's doing her classes and her alcohol assessments or whatever it is that she's doing. She's taking ownership and responsibility for how she messed up, and she's trying to fix it. Amy thinks that the camel incident made her and Brian's relationship stronger. You ain't got no choice, boo. It's either take accountability and do all the classes or whatever, and or go to jail and lose your kids, you fucktard. Oh my god, I hate this show. Um, then we see Amy and her girlfriend Andrea. They go to play putt-putt golf. We find out that Tammy hasn't played this since she was in high school. I think she fell into a pool or something. I don't know. I'm looking at Oh, sorry, this is Tammy. Sorry if I said Amy. This is Tammy. Tammy has shrunk. I did not know she was so short. She is super skinny until you get down to her legs. And I guess that's the second surgery she's going to have to do. But good on her. Oh my God, congratulations. Wow. Um, and she looks great. I just wish that they would get teeth. Um, I'm not one to talk, but if my front tooth is missing, I'm gonna get a tooth. I don't care what I have to do, I'm gonna get a tooth. And then it really irks me that all I can do is like when Tammy and Andrea are together, they have like missing front teeth. They have a matching pair. I I just can't with them. We find out that it's been 10 months since Tammy has had her skin removal surgery. She looks fabulous. She says that she still doesn't recognize herself, and it must be a great adjustment to go from how big she was to how little she is. We don't find out yet how small she is, but we can all see it. It's amazing. So they finished playing putt putt, and Andrea says she has a surprise for her. Tammy is wondering if Andrea is going to ask her to marry her. When did we get so serious? Like they just met. When did we get so serious? There's a video on Amy's channel from about a year ago of her and that friend and Amanda. Oh, okay. Can either of them really talk about looking like a busy? Tammy is so cute. Is she though? I don't know. Agree 100. She has the money. Yes. Can either of them really talk about each other looking like busted cans of biscuits, pots, and kettle? Yes. Yes. Hi, Christoph. Welcome, welcome. I was looking for you earlier. Everybody was saying hi to you, but I didn't see you. Let's see. Hold on. Then we see. Oh, Amy finally tells this wedding planner that she wants a haunted wedding on Halloween and at the insane asylum. And the planner, to her credit, holds a straight face, and she's like, "Did you book that yet already?" And the way how she said that, it made me think back to Peter Mon's channel, because he was the one who went and called up that place, or found out that they aren't even open on Halloween. So there's no events taking place there. Yes, you can get married at that facility, but not on Halloween because they ain't open. So good on you. And I think that this wedding planner knew that and was just like, okay, did you book it? Because if you're hiring a wedding planner and they can't book your venue for you, like, why am I paying you, sis? Um, I want a venue, book it for me. You are a wedding planner. You. Um, Amy says that the bridesmaids are gonna be ghosts. Um, and the wedding planner in her confessional says, okay, if Amy wants ghosts as as bridesmaids, I'm good as long as she pays for it. Spot on, lady, spot on. Um, when Brian says they want to get married at Waverly Hills Sanitarium, she's again not phased. She tells him well, is it booked? He goes outside, he calls, he finds out, oh, it's not open. The wedding planner sits there and tells them that typically her clients book a year in advance their wedding venues. Now, I swear, when last season, when Amy was going down at the public library for the wedding expo, they told her the same thing, and she ain't do nothing. Fuck if I care at this point. This is when Amy says to the planner that her family doesn't want anything to do with it because of the location of the ceremony. She starts crying. She walks out. I'm so sick of her behavior with this. Um, Kelly, the wedding planner, is like, what the hell's going on? But I guess I'm being paid day rate through TLC and getting free lunch. Brian sits there and doesn't even go after Amy. Isn't that love? Can't even imagine. Um, That was good to hear about her eyes getting fixed. Oh, I could care less if she is cockeyed or not. That sounded dumb to me. Ghosts. Will they carry bouquets? Child, no. We won't even know that they're there. Does anyone get two husbands and I can't get one? I'm in the same boat, Ryan. I'm in the same boat. Yeah, no, I got you, Amy. It's mind numbing to me. But again, if she wasn't on this show, how many husbands would she have? Just saying. Um, oh, Wendy has a point. Ryan, you have standards. She'll take anyone with a pulse. Christoph says, I like Brian. He's probably used to her tantrums now, but I liked how he said it's our day, supporting her. He's supporting her, or she's supporting him? What's his job? Or is he another Michael that she's recruiting? I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Um, so Kelly's like discussing options for different venues. Um, and she explains to them, I know it's disappointing now, but maybe you should explore other options for venues where your family could attend, because in the future you might regret that you didn't have your family there on a very important day, which makes sense. Kelly then reassures her and says that she is there as the planner to ensure that no one ruins her day, including her family, which I thought was very nice. We go back to Andrea and Tammy. The surprise is a picnic, but this was the most basic picnic I ever seen. It was a bunch of crackers, and a bunch of fruit, and that and some water, and I think soda. Like, where was the food? Where was the fucking food? God. Um, Andrea then says that she has something to tell Tammy, and Andrea asks Tammy to move in with her. So Tammy is going to move out of her brother's home to now move in with Andrea at her home. And she's living off of somebody else again. Is anyway. Tammy then asks her if she sees that they have a future marriage. Like, she asked you to move in and you're asking her about marriage? What? How does that go? Andrea says that she wouldn't ask her to move in if she wasn't serious about the two of them. Tammy says yes. She's acting like a little child now. Andrea says that she likes it when Tammy cooks for her. Tammy cooks? Okay. Well, if y'all diet consists of like crackers and fruit and soda, I hate to see what she'll cook, but okay. But wait, no, didn't we see last season that she cooked that white chicken and nobody ate it? All right, never mind. The two of them say they're going off somewhere. Oh, Andrea says to Tammy that she feels like it's Amy's year. I thought that was a very interesting comment. Okay. Um, okay, so Andrea asked Tammy, where would you like to get married? And Tammy says, not the insane asylum. But they're not even engaged yet. So why are we discussing this? Tammy wants to focus on getting moved in together with Andrea, and says that her mother's the only one who really knows about like how developed their relationship is. Okay, but none of your other family cares about it. They don't think it's a big whoop. So why are you trying to make it a big whoop? You tried last season to make this same sex relationship a big whoop, and it wasn't. Hold on. Let me see what y'all are saying in here because the chat is actually going. Um, oh, that's a good idea, Christoph. They could just get married where family will go and have their honeymoon in a haunted house. Correct. I agree with that. After everything Chris did for her. Yep. That's the first I heard of Tammy cooking too. Okay. Because I didn't watch this from the beginning, so y'all got to help me out with it. I think that was Amy that cooked the chicken. It is? I thought she cooked it after the parade or with the parade. I can't. Yes, friend said it was just a pot of boiling water. But wait, Wendy, who cooked it? Was it Amy or was it Tammy? Steven says if Tammy moves in with Andrea, does that mean the other sister gets to move into the house, the big one? That hurt her leg last season and ran off to Florida forever. Oh, no. That's Amanda. Oh, Amanda lives somewhere else, and she has her own issues, which we'll find out about later at the birthday party. I wondered where Amanda was staying now too. Peter Ma said that it's been known for years that Tammy is bi. He was surprised. It was a storyline. Yeah. So nobody cares about this, including me. Okay. Next we're at Chris's house and he's putting on a compression shirt and he says that the shirt helps when he's exercising so his titties won't swing. But yet we go out into the kitchen and Brittany is making pecan pie. Okay. How's that going? But this is a side hustle for her. Because remember, at the end of last season, she was going to get set up for the bariatric surgery as well because her diabetes was out of control. And the doctor told her to get started, start adjusting your diet, and come off of all of the sodas. And that's hard for her because she drinks a minimum of 6 jumbo sodas a day. But she's doing this pie making business, which I think it's good. Chris is also talking about the change in her disposition because she's no longer drinking the sugar, so she's coming off of the sugar and the caffeine at the same time. And Brittany has zero fucks to give for Chris and his vagabond family. Period. Um uh Wait, hold on. Steven, Amanda's staying with Amy for real, for real? I know it's only episode 1, but I thought it would be more about Brittany. You did? Brittany could barely Brittany could barely control herself. I'm sorry. Amy cooked pecan candy chicken for family. Tammy cooked water chicken for friends. They told her about the parade while eating. Okay. So both of them cooked something nasty. Okay, thank you, Wendy. They showed up. The boys waking Amanda up. Oh, I must have missed that. Brian just moved in, so is Amanda still there? I don't think so. I don't think so. Hey, is Kelly Swatton here? Hi, Kelly. I'm not sure. Did they clarify that, Krista? Amanda found a place to rent with her sons at the end of That's true. I remember that. Amy and boys moved into Brian's house. Right, but this episode weren't they in wasn't Amy and Brian in Amy's old house? And where were Amy's kids? Did we see them? I don't remember. Okay. So then we get the catch up on her bariatric surgery thing. Chris says he's going to be glad when she gets approved for the surgery because the last few months have been rough. We find out about her side hustle. He says that sweets are a challenge for him. Misty comes over. She's looking as cute as ever. And they give her some of the pie. I swear, pecan pie has the most sugar ever out of any pie. But good on them for eating it. We find out that they are throwing Misty a birthday party, and it's going to be done at Jesse's house, which is like their replacement dad, and he's taking care of them from when they were little. Let's see. Then they're worried about Amy and Tammy showing up to the event and how that's gonna how that's gonna work out. Let's see. Chris then admits, he says he thinks that the whole Amy Tammy thing is a jealousy situation and that the spotlight is on Tammy and Amy doesn't like it. I kind of agree with that. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of agree with that. They showed Brian moving in, but I missed it. If they said did they say where Amanda went? Only last season. She got her own place with her boys. But Brian would be sharing the master bedroom, not the spare room, in my opinion. I couldn't remember. I thought Brian moved into Amy's house while his was getting ready. So who? No, they were baby proofing Brian's place last year. Remember we had the tour of the cesspool of the pool in the back? That's what I thought. Amanda moved out of Amy's house before the blow up at Tammy's surgery. Oh, I think Misty is gonna have a bigger role this season. We only heard about that dad on last episode last season. Now all of a sudden he's throwing them parties. Yes, because they went tractor riding last year. This is so weird. They said that they couldn't live in Brian's house because it wasn't ready yet. It needs more repairs. Well, hello, look at that pool in the backyard. A health risk. For some reason, I thought I heard she was pregnant. Who pregnant? Who pregnant? Oh my God. Thought Brittany was pregnant. Oh. I thought Brittany was pregnant too. Maybe they're gonna keep that a secret. I don't know. I thought she was pregnant too. Okay. Next we see Tammy going on her first job interview. How she get to this big old ripe age of almost 40 and she's now going on her first job she's gone down to this cat rescue place. And of course the cats love her. So they must have coated her clothes and her feet or whatever in her lap in cat food or something. The cats have come to play. She explains her whole situation that she was over 700 pounds and she's lost all this weight and this is her first, time going for a job. Good on her. And she does the interview semi decent, and the lady says, we'll be in touch. And of course, it's a good opportunity for Tammy to figure out what a real normal life is. And trust and know, Andrea told you, if you're moving in, you're paying half the rent, half the utilities, half the food, everything. So she has to get a job, or at least pretend to get a job, a minimum wage job that she can contribute to Andrea's place, even though we know she's making a shitload of money off of this show and all of the other things that they do, like their meet and greets and all of that. So good for her. Um, Chris, of course, drove her to the job interview. Why is she not more independent with driving? Why? She still needs people to drive her around? Or is that Chris's only role on this show now, which is chauffeur, in between him begging for skin removal surgery? Um, Tammy says that she's going to get a hormone check because she gets mad. And when she gets mad, she starts to black out. Tammy says that ever since the surgery, she's noticed some of her old habits coming out, like feeling like everybody is out to get her. Again, where's the therapy for this woman? Um, Tammy and no, Amy and Brian have moved in together. And I guess they're still sorting themselves out. This is when I realized that they're at Amy's house, not at Brian's place. Um, they're still talking about having the wedding at the insane asylum. Amy is determined to get married on Halloween in a haunted house. So I can't read what I wrote. Um, anyway, they are just stupid. I don't care about them anymore. Then we flip to Misty's. We find out it's Misty's birthday in a couple of days. Amy is crying on the couch, and she says she's not ready to talk about her wedding with her siblings. What are you ready for, girl? Exactly. I don't know. Let's see what y'all are saying here. Amy had posted a video of her singing on Brian's porch, so I thought she moved in with him. They said they couldn't get it ready because the children's father is ready to pounce on the substandard housing, allegedly, in my opinion. I don't think she could take those children to the next town over. I think it's too far away. Um, were they baby proofing his place before or after the arrest? After the arrest. She's been dangerously obese literally her entire life. Always been on disability. Well, now I guess she's not on disability anymore. Would they take it away from her? Shouldn't they have taken it away from her when she got the show? Let's just call a thing a thing. I saw she was pregnant too. Okay, so Tammy rubbed her hands in tuna juice first. I just got that. Yes, she did. That's what she did. The baby proofing was about the time of the court dates. It was this episode that they said they did not move in Brian's house. Oh, okay. She gets plenty in disability and TLC. Remember, she had a panic attack when Chris tried to teach her to drive last. That was fake and fraudulent. Amy definitely needs therapy. I don't think she's ever dealt with any life problems. I like her. I want her to be happy. Well, Christoph, you're a better individual than I am because I could give a fuck about whether any of these people are happy. They make more money than I do, and for what? I just listen instead of watch, so I missed that part. Okay, I think Brittany is going to get preggers. Feels like production is setting the scene. Ooh, interesting. Okay. So we get to Misty's birthday. We're at Jesse's farm. Everybody's calling him Dad. We see Amanda for the first time. And she says it's been a while since she's seen her siblings, but she's had health issues. Now, if anybody follows her on Instagram, we all know she's had these, she's been in and out of the hospital and they can't quite diagnose what's wrong with her. She lost quite a bit of weight. She would talk about like heart palpitations or something like that. But you know, she just wants to show up for Misty. And she is also concerned about Amy and Tammy attending this event as well. Let's see. Da, 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 da. Amy and Brian walk in, and Amy's looking miserable. She says the bitch is celebrating 49 or 50, referring to her sister Misty. What a lovely attitude she has. Next to arrive is Tammy, and I think she has Andrea with her. I can't remember. Amy says she hasn't seen Tammy in months. She hasn't forgiven Amanda for what happened in Pittsburgh. And Amy says if any of them pop off, she's going home. Yes, we all know you run from, instead of facing your problems, you run away from them and then get angry. Whatever. I didn't see anybody greeting Amy, but they all greeted Tammy. Then there's this little conversation with Tammy and her cousin Kent, because apparently he hasn't seen her since her dramatic weight loss. And she tells him that she has lost 568 pounds or something like that. And he thinks it's fantastic. He tells her, congratulations, she looks great. Like, he's really happy for her. Um, Amy is listening to all of this, and you see Amy's face. She just looks like she's smelling her own crotch. It is unbelievable how mean-spirited she is for anyone else's achievements, but yet she expects everyone to be up her ass. It's very juvenile behavior that this family has. Very juvenile. Then we see that Amanda says Misty weighs 160, Tammy weighs 180, and Amanda is 200 pounds. And she says that's incredible that we've lost all this weight. Tammy notices that nobody says anything about Amy. She was skipped over. And it's because Amy is the biggest out of all five of them. Tammy is concerned that Amy will put back on all of her weight because she knows that she doesn't make the best choices. Amy asks, she then goes and asks what species of dog, like there's a dog on the floor and she asks what species it is instead of asking what breed. I wish Amy would think before speaking. If she just gave it a few more seconds, she would figure out exactly what it is that she wants to say and not sound like an ass. Or she's doing this on purpose, thinking that it makes her sound cute, and it doesn't. It's just very irritating. Um, someone who's there says you meant breed, and they say it's an Australian Shepherd, and Amy's upset that they've corrected her. You can't win with Amy. You just can't. Um, Misty then asked Tammy if she's engaged, meaning Tammy and Andrea. because that's what she's been hearing. Tammy says that they're not rushing anything. Misty says that we have to have a bachelor party for you or bachelorette party for you. Amanda says that she is supporting her and that they have to get a party bus for it. Amy says that the siblings were making a big deal out of Tammy's engagement and bachelorette party, but nothing about her and Brian. Brian then goes and says that they're looking for a new wedding venue and brings up the insane asylum. Chris says something that rubs Amy the wrong way, and she walks out. Brian this time goes after her. Amy confronts Brian, says, "Why'd you have to bring up Waverly Hills when I told you not to mention it?" And they get in the car and they leave. And this was the end of the episode, or as much of it as I could take. I think this is stupid. This whole show makes me itch. It really does. Hold on. Let me see. Where did I leave you guys? Okay. She's probably retained the disability rating, just didn't qualify for money payment, in my opinion. Oh, I didn't even know you could do that. I don't have Instagram, so I need all of you to keep me updated on the sisters and the Platts. Oh. Amy was giving Tammy horrible looks. She was. She was. It was awful. Amy deserves the heat she got from Amanda in that flashback. That was disgusting, farting in the hospital waiting room. Listen, farting is a natural body function. However, when you are farting and it's smelling like something crawled up your ass and died 2 months ago, you have problems. She's had bariatric surgery. She's going to have gas issues. But if she would have a better diet, her farts wouldn't smell that bad. I'm sorry. Or drink some water. Like, take a probiotic, bitch. Like something. Farts that smell like that are not natural. Sorry. She wants to be the center of attention in any way possible. She's very jealous of Tammy right now. But all those years that Tammy was unbearable, it was Amy's who was right there by her side. Yes, it was. And she took it for a paycheck. When they were in Pittsburgh, Tammy wasn't ready for the cold and had to borrow Chris's pants to wear because Amy's were too big. Oh my God. Remember, she doesn't use 80% of her breath. Jesus Christ. I forgot about that. Thank you. Thank you for the reminder, Ryan. It's both. She's very uneducated and thinks it's funny. Jesus, Wendy. This was the third wedding she's having. It was Tammy's first. Oh. Wait, this is the third wedding for Amy? I thought she was only married to Michael. Interesting. Hey, y'all, that was the episode. That was what was the name of the episode? This is Thousand Pound Sisters, season 8, episode 1, Abysmal to the Wedding. Y'all are gonna have to hold me down during this entire season because I think it's very, very stupid. I am losing my patience already during this first episode. I will need all of you to join me here in the live chat as well as in the comment section because I did not watch this series from season 1, so I don't know half of their back history. So I rely on you for that. I sat next to a girl at work who had gastric. Worst farts ever. Then she'd get up and walk away so people would think it was me, bitch. I don't mean to laugh. Wendy says she married Michael, then had a second ceremony with him, now third with oh my fucking God. Okay. I have not had one wedding yet. I'm with Ryan on this. How does she get all of these men and all of them to marry her? And I haven't gotten anyone yet. Oh, I've had one proposal and I turned it down. I should have kept the ring though, because it was a really nice one, but I didn't do it. I should have kept it. Anyway, y'all, this was a mess. I'm sure the season will be quite frustrating for me, but we can get through this together. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for joining me this week. And we will see each other again next week for the Sister Wives Tell All and more of this stupid 1,000-pound sisters. Thanks for joining me. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time. Oh, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you're watching in the replay, please hit the hype button. Look for it on your phone or on your computer. Thanks so much, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.